Even IGN's sick of this. Look at her screaming. Look at her crying. IGN, from an article 2 days ago. Disney, please stop announcing Star Wars movies and just make one already. We shouldn't be paying attention to Star Wars news. Why we shouldn't? Oh, why we shouldn't? Because most of it's clickbait. I am Mecca. Please subscribe to this channel. I have a GoFundMe and Streamlabs and Super Chats available if you guys want to help support me through chemo and all of that, doing the job that I'm supposed to be doing. No, wrong cutaway. That's the wrong cutaway. That's the wrong cutaway. No, I'm not going to play the whole NPR thing that the X did a video for. We're talking about this Disney Star Wars thing. Why do they keep announcing unending Disney Star Wars movies? Remember Taika Waititi's trilogy? For example, the Kevin Feige one we were supposed to be getting. Kathleen Kennedy fires more directors than she hires, as we know, because why? She doesn't care anymore. What the crap is this?
Trilogy.
What the crap is this? Middle of whatever video they're playing me in this. Disney, please stop announcing Star Wars movies and make one. No, I think we've already proven that people don't well receive Star Wars movies. They flop on streaming. They need this. You're an istophobe. You're an ist if you don't like this. You're afraid of that. You don't like this or that. You don't like these color or person or this type of diverse and. I don't like movies starring Rey or these new Star Wars characters because why? Star Wars to many people is going to have a very specific time period that they're very specifically attached to. It is a nostalgia property for people who liked the Clone Wars cartoon series. That's nostalgia to them. That's why they wanted to see more of those characters. For people who like the original trilogy, like me, we want to see this. For people who like the prequels, they like that. They're trying to create a new nostalgia continually in a creatively bankrupt and AI-riddled, artiste, director, and writer-riddled Disney corporate. It's not just Disney, too. It's all these studios. Why are they doing this? Well, why did they break The Last Jedi on purpose? New Coke. Because New Coke, they just didn't really realize that yet. No, I think it's more conspiracy theory related. Here's what they're doing. A lot of these people are breaking these on purpose and making everybody angry at them. So they create these massive heartbreaks and time ripples. So they're remembered. So that's their legacy. Like, we wouldn't even know who the crap Rian Johnson is if he hadn't broken Star Wars, for example. That's how they get their success. That's how they get their legacies. They probably get rewarded handsomely by some, secret society or something for all we know. I don't know. You're just listening to the chick with the, eyeballs around her neck and stuff. Maybe I might know a thing or two. Maybe I'm making stuff up for a video. Who knows? What I do know, these movies lose a lot of money. Disney's lost $1 billion in their failed, Marvel, Star Wars, all of these sort of properties this past year. They didn't even have a Star Wars movie, did they? No, they didn't. They don't know what they're doing. They're this empty corporate shell where they're just cranking out movies to sell the merch and tickets to the theme parks as advertising. They don't pay a lot of these advertising firms anymore. What do? They go through Parrot Analytics and see how many times people tweet about it. And as you know, there's nobody really on the internet, hardly. There's a few of us, but there's mostly bots. There's mostly bots, especially on Twitter. They're still going off of Twitter as well, or X or whatever you want to call it. Like, there's real people on there. Like, there's a few of us. There are. Another week, another Star Wars announcement that leads to languished sighs all over the internet, despite Daisy Ridley saying only a few weeks ago that the Rey-focused Star Wars movie is evolving and we get an update soon. The news came soon after that the next untitled Star Wars film has been yanked from its December 2026 release date and ignominiously replaced with Ice Age 6. Yeah, that was funny. Whether or not you're excited for an Ice Age film, no, I've never seen any of them. I'm original trilogy. I'm that old. Oh, and I look this way, not for any weird science fiction reason. Chemo is why I look this way. It's certainly not a great sign that what was supposed to be the crown jewel of franchise in Disney's lineup when they purchased the property back in 2012 is now being shoved aside for yet another talking animal movie. Yes, because these don't make money. They don't make money. They don't satisfy the fan base. They don't even generate enough merch sales, I think, anymore. Because that's why they were okay writing these off, I think. Well, as long as the merch and the theme parks are fine. I don't know if they're fine anymore, are they? Yeah, and yet, it's not surprising regardless of anyone's thoughts on the quality of individual products. The Disney Star Wars era has been rife with corporate mismanagement, consistent second-guessing, and an inability to envision a future for the property beyond pilfering from its past. And allegedly, they're just grabbing stuff off the internet. There's a lot of, probably, in my opinion, AI scripts, volume software where they just change it online. Most of these are just fan pushes, which aren't even fans. They're like, marketing accounts. You'll get some producer trying to pitch something and then be like, yes, we want this. We want to see this. And they say, look at all the people who are tweeting about this. They clearly want me to be the next director of the thing. They clearly want Leslie Headland's acolyte or whatever it was, for example. The Phantom movies. The Rey movie currently set to be directed by Sharmeen Obadiah Shinoy. No. Can we get a director whose name I can pronounce, please? May not have been the movie that just lost its release date, but most likely it was. Even though the film recently lost Peaky Blinders creator. What the crap? Stephen Knight as its writer, and it keeps losing writers too. Is this another case of they just don't want to work for Kathleen Kennedy on another failed Star Wars project? For example. So her movie supposedly set after Rise of Skywalker, as she established a new Jedi Order, was the most probable candidate to launch the next wave of Star Wars films. Why? The merch doesn't sell. You see piles and piles and piles of toys stacked up in clearance stores. You see nobody happy and satisfied. In this economy, a lot of people are just kind of growing up and growing out of it and saying, you know what? Rent or a Star Wars figure set or collection. Groceries or a case of action figures. That's what we're seeing. We're seeing people outgrowing this, not caring as much. The videos don't even get a lot of clicks and views because, frankly, this is what I've been saying. People are kind of mad. They're mad that they're outgrowing Star Wars and they want somebody to blame. Kathleen Kennedy is like your grandma or your aunt coming in and still giving you the pink bunny suit like Ralphie in A Christmas Story, and not realizing that you're 45 years old and you have bills and you don't really want Star Wars toys and stuff. Some people do. That's fine if that's your hobby and you collect them and you got the money and that's what's satisfying and fulfilling you. But a lot of the audience and a lot of the audience reaction is, we don't like this anymore because why? And they don't want to look within and realize that they're outgrowing this and we probably should just stop. So they're giving this huge, what is this? Audiences went from incredibly excited to tremendously weary of Star Wars and Lucasfilm. And Lucasfilm hasn't been able to get a new film off the ground in time since. Yeah, because what happened? We wanted our original nostalgic characters like an Escape from Gilligan's Island, and what did you give us? One of them. And you killed one. Oh, no, you gave us two. You gave us Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford. Then you killed him. And then Luke Skywalker was at the very, very tail end. And then Rise of Skywalker was bad. Last Jedi was awful. That's the one they broke on purpose. Did I say Last Jedi or Rise of Skywalker? I don't remember. They all bleed together. We've had how many side movies? We had the Solo movie as a side movie. We had Rogue One. They canceled the Lando movie, didn't they? They were going to have Donald Glover reprise his Lando, his new Lando. His Lando impression, basically. Because that's what we're doing with these legacy characters, too. They're just creating these legacy character reboots so they could relaunch the whole thing. Thinking people are going to come in and show up for a Star Wars reboot remake. They're going to have to put it on Disney Plus, I think, at this point. I think with any of these films, they're probably going to have to stick them on Disney Plus because Star Wars is now brand poison, in my opinion. I am Mecca. Do you guys want a new Star Wars movie, or do you agree with IGN? Actually, do you agree with IGN or me? Do you want a new Star Wars movie and stop announcing it? Or I'm like, just stop with the Star Wars movies. Let's miss it for a little while. We can't miss you if you won't go away. I will see you on the next video, live stream, or wherever. I've been playing Dustborn. It is garbage. I might play the Suicide Squad movie or video game. Dustborn video game. That might as well be a bad movie. Wow, I can't talk. Bad me. I might play that over on Twitch today. Come and hang out, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.